All right, good morning. That spot right there, has different colored leaves than everything else. That's where our tent was last night. I know, Riley. Today is day number 97, Wednesday, August 7th. Riley and I were warm and dry in our tent last night. So that was very nice. It rained most of the night and heavily in the middle of the night, but it's by the time the light came up this morning, the rain had tapered off, but we're still getting little bits of water falling, which I think it's mostly from the trees when the wind blows. But I suppose it could be little bursts of rain. But it's not falling continuously. But it's chilly, and so Riley and I have our rain gear on because it helps keep us warm, and it'll also help keep us dry when the wind gusts cause some water to fall. All right, Riley, and it actually feels good to get moving now because my body's kind of chilly, and I think Riley's probably kind of chilly too. Riley, why do you have to wrap yourself around the tree like that? Okay, all right, hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. Almost. Riley's got to poop here. Hey, Riley, come on, dude. Okay, and my bag is all the way over there. So, what else to say? Yeah, so we were warm and dry last night, which was great. Hopefully all the rain, or the vast majority of the rain, fell last night. I don't feel like dealing with a lot of rain today. But we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. Rain doesn't care what we want. Just a short while ago, our friends Bjorn and Firestick passed us. Riley and I were camped just off the trail. There's actually a little side trail that led off the AT, and it was wide enough and flat enough for us to set up our tent on. And yeah, so we saw Bjorn and Firestick walk by, and then a short while after that, another hiker walked by who I didn't recognize. So that's kind of good timing to start the day, because it means Riley's got lots of energy, and I'm just trying to keep him behind me. It's always good when Riley's motivated to move forward. And so I'm gonna hold my bag in one hand and my trekking poles in the other. And that'll be somewhat helpful to keep Riley behind me. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. And the other thing I'm gonna do, Riley, hold up, is I'm gonna take, now Riley's peeing, very good. I'm gonna take Riley's leash like this after he finishes peeing. It's a long pee, Riley. Oh. A long pee, Riley. Good job. Very good job, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, buddy. Hold up. Good boy. Riley, hold up, buddy. All right, so I'm gonna take Riley's leash and I'm gonna put it through my, I'm not sure if this shows well on camera here, but I'm putting it through my arm strap here, and then I'm gonna loop it through my hip belt. And I find that by doing that, when I'm walking, it helps keep the rest of the leash kind of behind me instead of like dangling in front of my legs. And so it makes it less likely that I'm gonna accidentally trip over it. I feel like when I don't put it through my arm strap, I'm often walking into it, and I'm often worried that I'm gonna kind of trip over it accidentally. So now I don't have that worry as nearly as much. And it also helps to kind of shorten the leash a bit so that Riley doesn't have as much freedom to try to get in front of me. Riley's still doing well. After the porcupine incident. Today we are actually gonna most likely cross over the state line, like the final state line for New Jersey into New York. So after Pennsylvania, we crossed over into New Jersey, and we've been mostly in New Jersey, I think, since then. But there have been a few times where we did cross over into New York and then crossed back into New Jersey. And many times we've been just very close to the state line. Like when there's actually a road called State Line Road, which I assume represents the state line between New Jersey and New York. And when we passed by Unionville, New York yesterday, State Line Road was like right next to the AT. So we've been, even though we've mostly been in New Jersey, we've been very close to the state line, and sometimes we've been crossing over it. So New Jersey and New York, it's not like most other states where it's you spend all your time in one state and then you just cross cleanly over into the next state. It's kind of like Tennessee and North Carolina, where you crisscross between them multiple times for a bit. But with Tennessee and North Carolina, at some point there was that sign that said leaving North Carolina. I think that was near something called Dolly Sods, perhaps. And then we were in Tennessee the rest of the way until getting into Virginia. And so the same thing is going to happen, should happen later today, where we leave New Jersey and we'll cross into New York fully for the rest of the way until leaving New York and getting into Connecticut. So New Jersey is Pennsylvania was the 7th state that we reached, and we were in Pennsylvania for a while because the AT continued in that state for about 240 miles, which is a good long way. New Jersey is evidently a good bit shorter. We crossed into New Jersey just before mile 1300, about 1297, and we should cross into New York about mile 1367, so approximately about 70 miles of the AT is in New Jersey by my calculation. And we're at mile like 1257, I think. So I guess we have about 10 miles roughly until we get to the New Jersey-New York state line. So New Jersey's the 8th state on the AT, and we should cross over fully into the 9th state of New York later today. And by my memory from 2018, the New Jersey-New York state line, we're going to be basically, it's not going to be trail like this. We're going to be up on a exposed rock face on the top of a mountain, and there's just going to be a painted, somebody has painted where the state line is for New Jersey and New York, and it'll be obvious when we get there. It's not going to be a sign like exists on many state lines. It'll just be something painted onto the rock, and we'll just walk over it. So that's a little accomplishment to look forward to. I'm very thankful that it's not, well, number one, I'm thankful that Riley's doing better and he doesn't have any quills in his nose and in his mouth. Super thankful about that. Thankful that we're both healthy, that we're both walking. I'm thankful also, more immediately today, that it's not raining right now and just making our hiking difficult. It's so much easier to hike when it's not raining, especially when it's already chilly. And the rain just makes it so much harder. So definitely thankful that it's not raining now. Hopefully the rain holds off the rest of the day. And the hiking feels so good because I was feeling chilly and it's helping to warm me up. So it's like drinking a cup of hot chocolate in the morning when it's on a cold winter's day. Just helps to warm the body and get you feeling good. And the exercises after being in the tent all night feels good as well. Just taking it as, not trying to rush things at all, just trying to walk at a comfortable pace here. And I'm also happy that my pack weight feels, so right now my pack weight feels good. After walking for a while, I'm sure it will start to feel heavier, and I'm sure my shoulders will start to get tired. Usually first thing in the morning, even if my pack weight is pretty heavy, it doesn't usually bother me until I've been hiking for a while. Riley, hold up, buddy, hold up. I especially need Riley to like not move in that situation where I don't have solid footing until at least until I get over the tree with both feet. Then I can deal much better with him charging forward, but not when I'm straddled between the tree like that. Yeah, so I was saying my pack weight feels better. I ate the last bag of cereal last night that I packed out from the food pantry in Duncannon. It was like a Honey Nut Cheerios combination with some flakes, but mostly Honey Nut Cheerios. Wasn't planning to eat the whole bag, but I was hungrier than I thought when I got in my tent last night, and I ate the whole bag. Not all last night. I ate part of it last night, and then I ate the rest of it this morning. And I also had 3 of my cans of canned vegetables. I had 2 cans of green beans and 1 can of fruit cup, or mixed fruit. Partly because I was hungry, and also partly because I didn't have any water, and the fluid in the cans was very delicious. And so those cans are one of the heaviest items I have in my food pack, so by using up everything in the cans, I've been able to lighten both my pack weight on my back as well as the bag that I'm carrying. So things are moving in the right direction here. And yeah, I guess that's a good update for this morning. Day number 97. Wednesday, August 7th. I'm hearing a what sounds like a garbage truck down there. Part of the reason we're seeing so much trail magic is probably just because we're so close to a lot of roads. We've been crossing over a lot of roads. A lot of roads yesterday, and so it's just so easy for people that want to provide trail magic, that want to help hikers and brighten their days. It's just all the road crossings that the AT goes by makes it very easy for someone who wants to provide trail magic to just drive up to a road crossing, walk a little ways in, and leave a cooler full of goodies. And the thing is, like, I doubt that the trail angels that leave trail magic, I mean, it's possible, but I'm guessing that they don't really communicate with each other, so they don't necessarily know if someone else has left trail magic in another location just a few miles away. So yesterday we had the good fortune of experiencing 2 coolers as well as a third trail magic that was at somebody's house, all on the same day. It's like an excess of trail magic. Whoa, a little slippery there. We got a little boardwalk that we're walking on here. I think this boardwalk is going to continue for like a little less than a mile, which is a long way. So it's nice to have some easy walking mixed in with all the rocks and the uphills and downhills. This seems like marshland that we're walking through. By the way, I looked at our elevation profile, and normally when I look at our elevation profile, I just look at like the climbs and the descents that we need to do and the changes in the elevation profile. But I don't really focus that much on the actual elevation that we're at. But yesterday I took note of our elevation, and we're basically at pretty low elevation. Like yesterday we were often at like less than 1,000 feet of elevation above sea level, and in several places we were below 500 elevation, which is really low compared to where we were at earlier in the trail. Like in Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, we were often up at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 feet. And so I'm thinking that probably has something to do with all the mosquitoes that we're seeing. I think it's just that they're more prevalent at low elevation. So Riley needed to poop, so he just jumped down. It's a good thing that it's only a few feet down. I guess he gauged that correctly. So this is a popular spot for for people. So lots of hikers here. We've had a lot of boardwalks that we're crossing. These platforms. I mean, the boardwalk that we crossed earlier that was elevated was unique, but these platforms have been very, very common recently. There's cows over there. They're all lying down. And we're approaching a road, and there's a red structure over there. And I'm pretty sure that there is a hot dog stand over a little to the right called Mitch's Hot Dogs. And to the left, my guidebook says it's 0.15 miles down the road to the left, or the west, is a place called Heaven Hill Farms. They're open 9 to 6, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's definitely after 9 a.m. right now, so pretty sure they're open. I was thinking that I would just hike on through, partly because my pack is so heavy still and I have plenty of food, but at the same time they're so close and they have lots of good stuff. I mean, they have produce, but they also have prepared sandwiches, and the main thing is they have ice cream. They also have pies, I believe, and they have cans of whipped cream and apple cider donuts. It's kind of hard to pass up, so I think I'm gonna stop in and yeah, because it's so close. I stopped in last time in 2018, and I remember I got some healthy stuff, like some, I don't remember exactly, but maybe like a head of lettuce or some broccoli. And I did not try their ice cream, probably because I was like too full after eating all the produce that I bought. But we'll see what I do this time. All right, so this is Mitch's Hot Dogs. They are closed right now. Oh, it says hot dog business for sale. So he's selling the business. The menu: hot dog with one topping, $4. Roadside dog with brown mustard, garlic, spicy onion, chili and cheese dog, $5. And he's got specials. Cool. Cool. All right, and then over here is Heaven Hill Farm. They have I know, right? They have a much bigger selection over here. Much more space, places to sit down. That's a cool shop over there too. I don't know what that is. Looks like a yoga place. All right, so we're gonna cross the road here. Yep. All right, we'll check in a bit. So they have big signs all over that say no pets. So I'm leaving Riley right out here on the other side of the parking lot while I go in, and he'll be fine. Yeah. It's too bad. They have picnic tables over there, but I don't want to bring him close because they have all these signs that say no pets. Right there, no pets. No pets. They don't like pets. And this is their ice cream menu. Look at all the nice flavors. They have pistachio, coconut castaway, cake and ice cream. Yeah, this is good stuff here. This place is really amazing, really amazing. So I'm heating up a one of these vegetable quiches that's 50% off, and they have pies over there. There's apple cider donuts. Their ice cream is over there, and then they have produce back there. So I think I'll be
stuffed enough with this vegetable quiche, and then if I do have some room, I would love to get some ice cream. Yeah, place is awesome.
All right, so this is where Riley and I are parked here. I would go over to the picnic tables, but that would be like crossing the signs where they say no pets, and I don't want to do that. So we're just sitting right next to the sign that says no pets, and Riley's being a perfectly good boy. He had it, I gave him food and water, and along with his pills, so he's well fed. This quiche is so amazing, and each forkful is just so filling, so good. To microwave it, I took it out of the container and put it onto a separate plate. So it's basically, I mean, the vast majority of this is eggs and cheese and delicious crust, and then a mixture of vegetables. So good. I'm gonna give Riley some. Whoa. Let's do this the smart way. Bring this over here, that way I won't spill it. I have plenty, and Riley would love some of this. Absolutely love some of this. Here you go, Riley. He's not eating it as fast as I thought he would, but now he's getting up here. Oh my gosh, and you know what? I just realized he didn't eat his pill. He left it. All right, so I'm gonna stick that right in there. Now he's gonna eat his pill. I'm just gonna make sure he gets all the crumbs there. Okay, that's enough of that. Riley enjoyed the quiche, and I actually didn't even realize he didn't eat his pill. So that's a good thing that I discovered that. So I'm gonna pack out the rest of this in a couple peanut butter jars, and I'll enjoy it later on the trail. And that'll allow me to save some room for ice cream. Very good. Almost done with the quiche here. I mean, with my talking about the quiche. But I just thought of something. Sorry, I'm enjoying the last forkful that I had. The crust on this quiche is super delicious. It's nice and moist and soft and filling. And I just thought that you can really tell, this probably goes for pizza too. Even without tasting the cheese part of the pizza or the cheese and egg part of the quiche, you can probably tell. I mean, obviously it all goes together. You're gonna eat the pizza with the crust, you're gonna eat the quiche with the crust, but if you could just eat the crust, I bet you can tell how good the pizza or the quiche is gonna be just by trying the crust. And if it's a good crust, it's definitely gonna be a good quiche. And of course it helps to be a hiker and have a huge hunger as well. All right. So Riley and I have relocated to Mitch's. I got my ice cream. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a trash can here. So I'll probably have to walk back over to throw this away. But at least we have a place to sit down now. And she packed it really, really well. I got the pistachio ice cream. So, a quart size. All right, I'm gonna eat this. We'll check in later. And then we gotta get hiking. We're spending a lot of time here, but it's good that we're enjoying this. Or I'm enjoying this. Hopefully Riley enjoyed his food. Okay. All right, so Riley and I are moving on here from the Heaven Hill Farms place. I was able to finish the quart of pistachio ice cream. I did give Riley a spoonful as a sample. And immediately, or almost immediately after crossing the road, getting back on trail, there's this pretty steep climb that's referred to in the AWOL guide as the Stairway to Heaven, which is a pretty scary name, I guess. It means it's really steep. We just did a steep section there, and we're doing it's leveling out here, but I'm sure there's plenty more steepness to this climb. But I sort of remember this from 2018. I mean, I remembered the stop at Heaven Hill more, but I didn't remember the climb as being anything too terrible. I feel like it's just another climb that we got to get through and just take it one step at a time. And that's what we're gonna do. The other hikers, Otis and Hillbilly, stopped in to Heaven Hill. I saw them after I finished packing up the quiche, and then I went in, and I was actually planning to get the second quiche. They had 2 vegetable quiches when I first got there. Both of them were 50% off. And I was planning to snag that second quiche and pack it out, which I probably didn't need to do, but it seemed like such a good deal. I'm talking and there's this other guy here, so I'll stop here. Mr. Riley. So one thing I didn't remember about this climb from my last hike is that it seems to be appropriately named, at least partly in that it's called the Stairway to Heaven, and it truly is kind of a stairway. They have, I mean, most of the climb so far has been walking up these stone steps, so it is very much like a stairway. Oh, Riley. We've passed 2 hikers that were going south, or just going back to the road. This seems to be a popular day hiking spot, so Riley is just interested in what's down there. Come on, Riley. Come on, buddy. Come on, Riley. And I think the food place that we went to, Heaven Hill Farms, I'm guessing maybe it was maybe it got its name from just this, like the climb here. Stairway to Heaven, Heaven Hill. There definitely seems to be a connection there. And I'm trying to walk, but I feel something tugging on me. What is tugging on me? What could possibly be tugging on me? Oh, it's Riley. He wants to look that way. Okay, so. Oh, and Riley's tail is wagging. That must mean somebody is coming. All right, so I think we've made it to the top here. We did pass a side trail that led to a lookout point called Pinwheels Vista, which I decided not to go on. Riley, oh my goodness. We passed, oh, Riley. Hold up, dude. Okay, we passed several day hikers who apparently had made the trek up the mountain, and I assume probably went out to the vista. And it looks like there's a cool little trail log here. These trail logs, a lot of times they're in shelters, but they're also occasionally just on the trail, like in a mailbox like this. But these mailboxes were not very common down south. They've gotten more common now that we've gotten kind of into the middle part of the trail. So these are kind of cool, because I don't always see the ones in shelters since I don't go to the shelters too often. So today is 8/7. Frank Atkins, Bull, Liam, and Olivia. Whoops. Sour Patch, Chainsaw. Appleseed, Kai, Powerfinger. I know Powerfinger. So that was 2 days ago. And I know a guy named Liam. I'm not sure if it's the same Liam. State Line. 8/7. So that he passed here today. Cool. And Pack Rat. And I'll sign this. 8/7. Van Gogh. State Line. Nobo 7-day section halfway there. Very good. I would be happy to catch up to State Line and say hi to him again. Van Gogh plus Riley. Double exclamation point. Nobo! Cool. Pinwheels Vista Hiker Register. All right. All right, so it's getting into evening time here, and we're getting close to the New Jersey, New York state line, and it's a little confusing here. There's a white blaze. I assumed we had to go up the rock, but I kind of peered my head over and I didn't see anything obvious, and then I tried going this way, and I'm pretty sure that's not the trail there, so I'm pretty sure we got to go up this rock here. But I think we're gonna have to do this in 2 stages. I'm gonna have to get my stuff over and then come back and get Riley over. So let's do that. I think what I'll do first is put my pack on and get my pack over. Riley's secured to that tree. Stay there, Riley. It's okay, buddy. Hold up, buddy. Stay there, Riley. It's okay. It's okay, Riley. Okay. I might as well just take all my stuff in one go. And I'll come back and get Riley. So the entire day has been cloudy. Haven't seen the sun at all the entire day. It did start raining a little bit, maybe like an hour ago, but it didn't last long. And it wasn't super hard, but that's why when it started raining, I decided to put our rain gear on. Just in case. And it's cool enough that it's not too warm. And we're also not hiking super fast, so we're not working up a huge sweat. Although I think I might take, I already took Riley's jacket off. But I left my jacket on. All right. Yes, so there's a blaze right there. So I'm correct that we do need to come up this way. So I'll leave my pack up here. Almost, buddy. Once we get to the state line, there's a couple options for campsites. One is, and they're both near water sources, one is about 1.4 miles after the state line, and the other one is about 3 miles after the state line. And I think it's about probably getting close to 7:30 now. So, guess the plan will be to get to the first campsite, see how we feel, and then we can either stay there or we can try to get to the next one. And they're both near water sources, so that is excellent. Riley, hold up, buddy. Hey, let me help you, Riley. Riley, hold up. No, I got you, Riley. Riley, I got you, buddy. I got you, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. This is tricky. Can you get there, Riley? No. There you go, Riley. Good job. Stay there, Riley. Okay. Good job, Riley. Good job, buddy. That was tricky. Riley's a heavy boy. But we're up safely here. All right, so that was cool. At least we got there. We both got up in one piece. So, yeah, let me hike on for a bit, see what we got. If we don't see the state line immediately, then I will... Riley, hold up, buddy. Then we'll check back in when we get there. But hold up, Riley, hold up. Got our hip belt on. I know this is absolutely riveting content here. Getting my pack on. I'm being slightly sarcastic. Riley, hold up. Hold up, Riley. Hold up, buddy. So, hold up, Riley. Yeah, so that was slightly dangerous what I did just there. I didn't have a lot of room to hold Riley, and I had to make sure to keep my balance, and above all, hold on to Riley, and not accidentally drop him or lose my balance. So fortunately, it all worked out. All right, so we got this thing through my arm strap and through my hip belt. All right, almost. Now just pick up the rest of my stuff. Riley, me first, buddy. And Riley's got the rest of this. He can do all this himself. And now I just follow the trail here. I have a feeling the state line is going to be coming up very soon. Because I know, as I said before, Riley, hold up. Mr. Riley. Riley, hold up. Let me go first, Riley. Thank you. Yeah, because I remember, as I said before, that it is on like a rock face. And we're just basically getting to the area where we're on a rock face. It's probably like right out here actually. And I think they may have like painted an American flag somewhere near there. I remember seeing an American flag on one of these rock faces. Yeah, so like I said, the whole day's been just socked in with clouds. Just a foggy, froggy, cloudy day. Hold up, Riley, hold up. Hold up, buddy. And so, it's been kind of dark. I mean, there's been light, but it's not nearly as bright as it usually is. So kind of depressing when it's just dark like this. Just makes it seem like it's later than it is, and it also feels like it could rain at any point, which is not the most comforting feeling. A slightly uncomfortable feeling, I would say. But I'm thankful that the rain has held off. And on the good side, we haven't had to deal with the heat today. In New York and New Jersey, these rock slabs, and also going north, but starting in New York and New Jersey, those big rock slabs are much more common on the trail. I didn't see many of them in the southern states, and those definitely require caution if they're wet, because they can be very slick, and especially if your shoes are well worn and you've lost some of the traction in your shoes.
So that, yeah, I mean, anytime you have lost some of the traction in your shoes, then it just makes everything about hiking more difficult, and you got to be much more careful. But especially on those rock slabs, it's necessary to be careful. All right, so I don't see where the state line is. I'll just turn the camera off for now, and but I will try to capture it when we get there. So bye for now. I think we might be getting close here. I see some white stuff on the rocks here. Hold up, buddy. AT South, AT North. Hey. All right, so this is SL. Does that mean state line? State line that way? Huh. Maybe. Maybe that way? Riley, oh my goodness. There's something down there. It might be a trail called the State Line Trail, actually. Riley, come on. Because I distinctly remember that the state line on the AT, it says like NJ and NY, so probably still have further to go. All right, look what we have here. NJ and NY. All right, so I'm in New York, Riley's in New Jersey, and there's an official marker here. What does this say? Oh, it's just a survey marker. Very nice. And now Riley is in both New Jersey and New York. Riley, let's cross over into the 9th state. Nice. All right, so we are now both in New York, and we have completed the state of New Jersey, the 8th state that we have traversed on our AT hike. And we're now officially in New York for however long we continue to hike until we get to the border with Connecticut. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's that. The evening is continuing. Whatever time it is, it doesn't stop. A couple days ago, I was hiking with State Line. Riley, slow down, big guy. Hey, let me go first. Yeah, the section hiker who's on a 7-day section hike. His trail name is State Line. And we were taking a short break, and he looked at his watch, and it was like 2:30. And then he said, Riley, hey, this way. Then he said, well, 2:30 doesn't stop. Meaning that it's nice to take a break. But don't let it be too long of a break, or else you're not going to make the progress that you want for the day in terms of where you want to get to, how far you want to hike. The time is just going to keep on ticking, and you might find yourself left with too little time to get where you want to go. I just thought that was a cool saying. 2:30 doesn't stop. So, what are we doing here? It seems like there's a trail there, a trail here. I think that's a white blaze over there, but they probably both lead the same way. So let's go this way. Yep, that's a white blaze. All right, so Mr. Riley and I will check in later. All right, so I got the camera back on earlier than I thought I would, because I just rounded the bend and saw this American flag up here. So I had forgotten that it was a real American flag, I guess. But I thought there actually was a painted American flag on some rocks. But yeah, there's a real American flag right there. Pretty neat. Riley, hold up, buddy. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's the flag. It's not too windy right now, evidently. And we are on, it feels like we're on top of the world here. It's good that I know that there are campsites ahead, because if I didn't know that, I would have no idea where in the world we're going to be able to camp. But there are definitely campsites ahead. We just got to walk there. And one of these places actually is like the highest point in New York. It's called Prospect Rock. Riley, hold up. And you know what? Riley, will you please stop pulling me? You know, it very well may be where they have that American flag back there. Yeah, so there's this thing called Prospect Rock, which is the highest elevation point on the AT in the state of New York. And I know it's right around the state line, so... Riley, I just got up here. Why are you getting down now? Riley, up here. All right, yeah, so I'm guessing that's Prospect Rock right there. I'm guessing. Okay, Riley, all right. I'm going to have to, I mean, the AT could continue that way. Definitely could, because it doesn't look like it continues this way. And I think I see a blaze over there. So Riley may have been correct, actually. Yep, there is a blaze here. Riley was correct. Good job, Riley.
Good evening. Just want to close out the day here for day number 97, Wednesday, August 7th. Riley and I are safe and sound in our tent now, and we ended up getting a campsite we got the first campsite that I mentioned earlier, which was 1.3 miles after the New Jersey-New York border. And it's just past this water source called Furnace Brook. So I was able to fill up our water bottles, and we have plenty of water for tonight. And we're pretty close to the brook. Like I can hear the water flowing from our tent, and we have the campsite to ourselves. It's not like the best campsite. It just in that the ground is a little slanted, but at least the ground was soft and it was easy to put our tent stakes in. And we're the only ones, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but yeah, we're the only ones in this particular area. So we are currently at mile 13. Sorry, let me check. So we hiked 13.5 miles today. And we're at mile 1371.3 on the trail. And the terrain was pretty rocky. Pretty challenging terrain, especially once we started the climb up towards the New Jersey-New York border. While we were on the rock slabs, that wasn't too difficult. It would have been difficult if it was raining and it was much more slippery. That was okay, but like in between the rock slabs and after we got kind of, well, actually I sort of take that back. There were some challenging places where, like on the rock slabs, where I didn't have a very level place to put my foot,
and it was just very slanted, and it was kind of easy to lose my balance. So that made it challenging. And then there were just other very rocky sections where I just needed to take it slow. Yeah, so we got to this campsite, and it was already like just before 8:30, I guess, and it was already pretty much dark. And I was originally hoping to continue on to the next, like another 1.7 miles to get to the campsite further on. But I looked into it closer when we got here, and I realized that before we get there, we have to do a little bit of an uphill, which is not a big deal, but apparently there is after we do the uphill, there's a quick descent from a rock slab, and it's such a descent that they put a ladder on into the rock to help people with getting down. And that didn't sound like a good idea to try to do with Riley in the dark. So we will tackle that tomorrow morning once it's light out and we have a good night's rest, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out how to navigate that. I did see a comment where one person had said that they had dogs with them and they needed to carry the dogs. It sounded like they were part of a group, so it sounded like they kind of picked the dogs up and one person handed one dog to another person. I'm not exactly sure, but it sounded difficult to do, especially in the dark. And I'm sure it will be difficult tomorrow, even with the light out. So we will tackle that tomorrow. We're currently 4.7 miles away from a road called New York Route 17. And I mention that because there is another ice cream place that's a few tenths of a mile to the west, basically like a left turn when we get to this road, called Bellevale Farms Creamery. And apparently it's a really good ice cream place. So says comments on Far Out. But at the same time, like, I feel like any place that is called a creamery should have excellent ice cream. And they're open every day from 12 to 9 p.m. And we're 4.7 miles away, so I feel like by the time we get to that road, it's probably already going to be 12 at least. So given that, we could go there, and I wouldn't want to, if we got there before 12, I wouldn't want to necessarily wait just for the place to open. But if we get there at 12 and we can just walk in and they're already open, yeah, I think that would be great to stop there. But something to look forward to tomorrow. But first we gotta make sure we get through that ladder area, and also I think the hike, the section that we're in is pretty rocky and pretty challenging, so I don't want to take anything for granted, but assuming, yeah, when we eventually get to this road, it would be awesome if we could go to this ice cream place and have some more ice cream. So the highlight of today was, I would say, eating the quiche and then the pistachio ice cream at Heaven Hill Farm. That was very nice. And I'm glad it didn't rain today. That was also very nice. But it was I didn't see the sun at all, so that wasn't too cheery. I mean, I did appreciate the cool weather,
but it just makes it so dark, and I don't like, continuing to worry if it's going to rain. And, but I assume it's related to the hurricane probably. And it could very well continue to be cloudy for the rest of the week. I don't know, but obviously that's possible. So anyway, Riley is, he's already started his sleep. He's doing fine. We will say goodnight, and I hope everyone is doing well, and we will check in tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.